Pablo Escobar was one of the most dangerous smuggler, drug dealers and criminal who ruled Colombia's cocaine trade throughout the 1980s and earned a huge name in underworld. His life and deeds had a massive impact that continues unforgettable even today. In this video I'll tell you about the 10 interesting facts about Pablo's life. But before this, join us by subscribe to Nawab Hood and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Number 10. Zillionaire. Escobar is the wealthiest criminal in history. He earned illegally, so no one know about his accurate net worth, but its estimated net worth was $30 billion by the time of his death. In 1987, Forbes magazine ranked him the list of world's billionaires every year for the next 7 years. If he was alive and still at work today, Pablo Escobar's net worth would be more than $100 billion, making him the richest person on earth. Number 9. His beginning. He was born in a lower middle-class family, but he wanted to become a big man. He started his criminal career as a teen. He smuggled radio equipment, stole tombstones from graves and sanding them down for resale to local smugglers. Escobar acted as a thief and bodyguard, allegedly earning $100,000 by kidnapping and holding a Medellín executive for ransom. He sold illegal cigarettes and fake lottery tickets. He even stole money from people when they left the bank. At the age of 20, he was already a famous car thief. When he realized Colombia's neighboring countries Peru and Bolivia were huge growers of the coca leaf, and then he started smuggling a certain substance derived from a said plant, cocaine. Number 8. Pablo's success. The secret of his success was a unique technique of drug smuggling. Pablo owned drug submarines and over 24 planes, including a Learjet and 6 helicopters that he used to smuggle the drugs between Colombia, Panama, and routes across the United States. He was responsible for 80% of all cocaine in the United States. At one point it was estimated that 70 to 80 tons of cocaine were being shipped from Colombia to the United States every month. His pilot could make up to $500,000 per flight for smuggling the drugs. Escobar's drug manufacturing labs were equally clever. One 200-person lab had all its employees living in houses built on small wheels, so whenever a plane radioed that it was coming for a pickup, they'd roll the houses to the side to reveal a secret landing strip. That's why he called the king of cocaine. Number 7. Pablo's lifestyle. After becoming the lord of drug, Escobar created and bought numerous residences and safe houses, and one of his famous luxury residence was Hacienda Nápoles. This luxury house contained a colonial house, a sculpture park, and a complete zoo with animals from various continents including elephants, exotic birds, giraffes and hippopotamuses. In November 2006, the Colombian government estimate the resident price was at 5 billion Colombian pesos, approximately $2.23 million, but this luxury house converted into a park. Escobar had also planned to construct a Greek-style citadel near it, and construction of the citadel was started but it never finished. Escobar would host massive parties and get-togethers, and this illegal billionaire also had multiple affairs with many women. He tried to sleep with every woman which he likes. Number 6. Reign of Terror. Pablo's fame eventually turned into a reign of terror for his home country of Colombia. He killed everyone who came in his way. During Pablo's height, Colombia became the capital of violent death. His Plata o Plomo scheme was very famous.
Plata o plomo.
In this scheme, victim has two options. Number 1, takes Pablo's money, or number 2, take bullet. He set fixed amount $600 to his hitmen as a reward for killing police officers. In 1989, he was blamed for detonating a bomb on a plane that was carrying an alleged informant. Some 100 people died. Pablo became the source of many great rivers of blood. It was estimated that Pablo killed more than 5,000 people. Number 5. Pablo as Robin Hood. From our point of view, Pablo Escobar is a ruthless criminal, but for many poor Colombians, Pablo is Robin Hood. He provided many amenities to the poor. He built hospitals, stadiums, and housing for the poor. He even sponsored child's local soccer teams, which gained him popularity among the poor. In the 1980s, when the government was completely ignoring the plight of the people in Moravia, Escobar came in and built 1,000 new houses. His popularity with many Colombians was demonstrated when he was elected to an alternate seat in the country's Congress in 1982. Number 4. Political career. When Pablo was a child, he always told his family and friends that one day I'll become the president of Colombia. By the name of Robin Hood and the sympathy of poor peoples, he gained public support for his campaign for a seat in Congress. He was part of the Colombian Liberal Party, but his political career was not go longer because of his drug trafficking. When he realized his dream of becoming president of Colombia would not come true, Pablo Escobar unleashed fury on his political enemies. He killed thousands of politicians, journalists, civil servants and many innocent bystanders. Number 3. Pablo insane fortune. The billionaire smuggler mostly kept money in cash. Pablo had to spend around $2,500 a month just to buy the rubber bands that used to bind the bundle of money. His annually $2 billion wasted because rats eat it in storage, water damage, or the money would simply be misplaced. One of his famous incidents was, once Escobar and his family were hiding from their enemies in a mountainside. His daughter had hypothermia, but the guard didn't find woods. Escobar solved the situation by burning $2 million just to keep her warm. That was really crazy. Number 2. Jail. When Pablo murdered Luis Carlos Galán, a presidential candidate, then the government against him and his drugs cartels. Eventually the government talked with Escobar. They wanted him to capitulate and to stop all criminal activities. Escobar declared an end to a series of previous violence and terrorism and turned himself in. He was held in what became his own luxurious private prison. However, after Escobar tortured and killed 2 cartel members at La Catedral, then officials decided to move him to a less accommodating prison. Before he could be transferred, Escobar escaped. In July 1992, Number 1. Pablo's death. After his escape, the Colombian government, reportedly aided by U.S. officials and rival drug traffickers, launched a massive manhunt. After the next day from his birthday, December 2, 1993, his hideout in Medellín was discovered. While Colombian forces stormed the building, Escobar and a bodyguard managed to get to the roof. A chase and gunfight ensued, and Escobar was fatally shot. Some believed that Escobar took his own life. He knew, if he arrested he'll have to face possible extradition to the US. At once he said that I would rather have a grave in Colombia than a jail cell in the US. By the name of Robin Hood, over 25,000 people attended the funeral of drug lord. Some of them consider him a saint and pray to him for receiving divine help. And here is another videos for you, and don't forget to like and share this video and also subscribe the channel.